know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Wiseman's out there with Wiggins. Now here's Patterson. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Patterson, that's good.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Wiggins kicks to Thompson. Outside Curry. And a miss there on the triple. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. It's a 3-point game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
And here's Thompson following the three-pointer by MP. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Lets it go with a 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And the Warriors miss again.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA team. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The shot's good from Wiseman.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
MP deciding where to go with it. And the Jazz, another 3.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
It will be a rare night that you're going to outdo Steph and Curry in a game of matching threes.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. Pass to Patterson. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Conley. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Wiseman. Here's Curry. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Shot's good by Green.
Fantastic job by Draymond. I'll say this to you. He knows what work is.
MP outside. With the shot. Again, the Jazz score.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Thompson outside. Passes it to Wiggins. From outside the arc. That shot was off. The Jazz go the other way with it. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. He thinks that cost them the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. But we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thanks. We appreciate the information. Guys, what do you think about their emphasis on shooting coming in?
Listen, if you can get really good shot quality, being efficient, I think they can be successful with that strategy.
They have to be patient and a willingness to make the next pass when the shot isn't there.
Now, here's Patterson. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Over Wiggins. And Utah again with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
I think they had some key takeaways from that one. Things they...
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. On the wings, Thompson and Wiggins. Green and Wiseman make up the inside pair. And it's Poole in at the point. Back to Poole. And here's Wiseman. 17 points for him last game against Indiana. He's off on that one.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Patterson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Not a big me guy, but MP is doing it all in this one.
Conley against Poole. Down low, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Don't forget about Klay Thompson's hops. More than ready to throw it down.
Clarkson outside. The pass to Patterson. From beyond the arc, and Utah another three.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good on the three-point shot. Wiggins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Patterson against Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Conley, the pass to Patterson. 3-pointer. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Patterson. Conley's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Back to Poole. Floats it up for Wiggins. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Kicks it out to MP. 3-pointer on the way. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Timeout called the Warriors. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Wiggins outside. Back to Poole. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
First one falls for him. And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible. And we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it
to the audience. And, of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks. And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And yes, it's good. Patterson's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Outworking the defense. MP manages to find a way through contact.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Thompson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fader on the way. And it's Wiggins missing. Utah leading by 13. MP outside. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. The Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Thompson inside. Olynyk is covering. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so, MV will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Portland was tremendous. He had 42 points, and he continued to connect from the foul line and the three-point line throughout the game. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And
So it's the Utah Jazz. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute.